welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about dark fantasy novels. I'm currently in the process of writing a dark fantasy novel, and one of the first things that I did to start this journey of writing my novel is to really research what a dark fantasy novel is, what readers expect to get out of a dark fantasy novel book when they pick up a book, what they want to experience. If you hear that noise, that is my dog Penny right now. Typically, dark fantasy novels blend fantasy, clearly, but also darker, kind of unsettling themes. The tone of the novel is more ominous, mysterious, or even evil. These type of novels explore the dark side of human nature, and it often challenges the idea that there is good and bad, that everyone kind of has a dark side and a good side, that villains may be villainous because they, in their mind, in their world, they're doing something good. There aren't clear-cut heroes or clear-cut villains. So some of the key elements are kind of a tone of unease. So while you're reading it, you're feeling a little uneasy, or there's some form of dread. The tone is very moody. The atmosphere in their environment is kind of gothic, with like eerie landscapes. There can be a lot of decay or despair, or supernatural elements. The characters are more complex. Protagonists are often morally gray. Villains can be sympathetic. They can be multifaceted, so they're not just evil villains, as I mentioned. They may be a hero and a villain at the same time. There's a lot of internal conflict or psychological depth in each character. The flaws of the character drive the story more than external events. There may be themes of corruption, a lot of exploration of moral dilemmas, a blurred line between good and evil, themes of sacrifice, loss, forbidden knowledge. These type of themes really create tension and depth, and the characters often have to work out difficult questions about right and wrong, evil and good, about ethics and consequences. So some really specific examples can be the corruption of power. Power is often a theme in dark fantasy novels. Individuals or societies try to gain power, and then how power can corrupt others, how power can be good and bad in different situations with different people, different scenarios. Just exploring the consequences of power or the chase for power. One example is in The Lord of the Rings. The ring symbolizes power's corrupting influence, turning likable characters into villains. Is war ever justified? Or what a character will do to survive. There may be morally questionable tactics to survive during something like war. Exploring both sides of a conflict. Both sides are right or good, and both sides are evil. There's no clear hero in the war or no clear right side. Another way these themes can play out is through the allure of forbidden knowledge. What is the cost of seeking truth? Maybe forgotten truths or something that's been left behind, rediscovering that, learning more about it, discovering ancient secrets and the consequences of that. Another way these themes can play out is through corruption of the innocent. How does a character exposed to something dark or evil, how do they transform when they were once pure and innocent? How their perspective or their personality changes once being exposed to something darker. Another way these can play out is through social corruption. What happens when the systems that are meant to once protect turn evil or become corrupt? Another way it can play out is the corruption of love or loyalty. What happens when a character is blinded by love or blinded by loyalty? What kind of evil, dark, twisted things will they do for love or to stay loyal to someone or something? So are they going to betray themselves, their values, another, in the sake of love or loyalty? Something like an intense bond leads to manipulation or obsession. How far will someone go to protect something or someone that they love? Again, Penny is making a lot of noise right now. Another way these themes can play out is through destruction of the natural world. What happens when greed or power ruins nature? or destroys nature or habitat or animals. You really want your reader to uncover uncomfortable truths. Dark fantasy novels also have elements of violence or horror, graphic or psychological horror, unsettling creatures, dark magic, a willingness to explore death, suffering, betrayal, curses or forbidden rituals, ancient prophecies, eerie creatures, monsters, things with kind of a sinister twist, thought-provoking themes about death, life after death, destiny, choice, fate, and the human condition in general. In general, dark fantasy novels really encourage readers to think about life, about death, and to think critically about psychological matters. The nature of good and evil, free will versus fate, mortality, humanity, the pursuit of knowledge, hope and darkness. Just really considering deep questions, but in a very fantastical landscape or worlds other than our own, but with the questions that we have in our own world. Maybe questions that we don't often talk about, questions about humanity in a more fantasy world. According to what I've found through research, readers of dark fantasy novels expect to pick up a dark fantasy book and experience immersive, gritty world building. This means a richly detailed world with shadows and secrets, with danger, a world that the novel fully doesn't even begin to explain, a lot of questions and mystery. There's a lot more to unfold and a lot that the reader can imagine or come up to their own conclusions about. They want tension and suspense, thinking like danger could be behind any corner, anything could happen at any moment. They want unpredictable storylines, twists and turns, surprises, death and betrayal, high emotional stakes. They want tragedy, loss, bittersweet endings. They want to question the characters' motivations, their choices, their reliability. They want the characters to have internal struggles. Overall, they want an intense, thought-provoking journey. A world that is both beautiful and also terrifying. So those are all things that I have taken into consideration while writing my novel. And throughout this channel, I will be sharing more about my novel and about dark fantasy, fantasy in general. Leave a comment below about what your favorite dark fantasy novel is. I'm always looking for new recommendations, and I love to support independent authors or books that are a little less known, and always on the hunt for new suggestions. But for now, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
I'm willing to do anything to provide my dogs and cats the best life possible, full of love, joy, harmony. I believe my animals are worth it. I remember wanting to provide the best quality of life and becoming overwhelmed with diets, products, training tips, and everything else, feeling frustrated, helpless, overwhelmed during challenging behaviors, to now living a peaceful, trusting partnership with my dogs and cats. I tried to understand what my animals needed, which was impossible without understanding their emotions and energy. I am now using these tools and practices to transform relationships with dogs and cats into ones that are synergetic, where we work together and listen to each other. I honestly believe that dogs and cats are here to help us be better human beings. Are you ready to take your relationship with your animal to the next level? Form a bond built on mutual love, trust, understanding, and respect. Invest in your pet's peace, happiness, and quality of life. Enroll in Synergy, heartfelt alliances between witches and their familiars. A guide for witchy dog and cat guardians. Merge with your animal's energy and collaborate to manifest your desires while increasing the well-being of both you and your animal. Pets are more than just animals. They are spiritual beings with unique personalities and energies. Do you love your dog and want to live in harmony with your dog while understanding their needs and emotions? Instead of feeling frustrated or overwhelmed by your dog's behavior, improve your relationship with your dog and help them heal from any physical, mental, or emotional issues. I offer a unique combination of positive reinforcement training methods with energy healing techniques, animal communication, and tarot. Receive a personalized action plan created by a certified dog trainer and animal communicator. This package is perfect for anyone who wants to enhance and enchant their life with their dog. Don't miss this opportunity to get this amazing package. Apply now and get ready to create a magical relationship with your dog.